that exist in this marketplace, and I take a look at those Fibonacci retracement areas, just like Santa does. I take a look at the stars to see what's going on around our universe, if you will, and I take a look at the detail. I'm thorough, folks, absolutely thorough, because you need to. Trading these markets, it's really not that tough. You know, yesterday, what's interesting is we talked about the power of decision. I gave you the story, true story, absolute true story about Stormin' Norman and how he used as a role model one of his generals many, many years ago, and that helped to shape his future about the power of making decisions. A lot of folks will sit out on the fence, won't make decisions, maybe say, you know, if this and this and this happen, then I'll go ahead and make a decision. And the reality is it's all about should. I should have done this, I should have done that, and you get stuck on the shoulder all the time. That's not a good place unless maybe you're reading the newspaper. But folks, when you're making money, you can't make any money sitting on the shoulder. You can't do it. I just know you can't do it. So what's it all about? It's really about putting all this stuff together. We know we had the dollar index make a move of a move, but let's go take a look at the actual currencies, and I'll show you what goes through the mind of myself, if you will, when I'm taking a look at the markets. And right now I've shown you tick for tick how the markets are moving with the dollar. Let's start with the euro. Let's take a look at what we have here. When I punch the euro up on the screen, the euro was also making a move of a move. Now, it was just hitting the top of the swing point. We were taking a look at going all the way back to the November 10th swing point. The high out there on the euro was 1.29631. Look, folks, the work on the euro is not done. But Santa Claus is on his way. This market will likely bounce into the Christmas Eve time frame, maybe a little bit further. You know, we'll take a look at that each day, each moment of the time. But you can see we had a move of a move down here of the euro. What are we taking a look at here on the euro? What's this candle here, folks? What is this? Well, here, let's take a look at it. If you take a look at yesterday's close, the euro closed at 1.29803. And where did it open that next session? Because it doesn't always open where it closes, folks. It opened at 1.29803. Now, where did that open yesterday? Opened at 1.30344. Write that number down, 1.30344. You get a close above that, and right now you're trading above that. You're trading out at 130.340. So you are, we're 4 ticks below that. If the euro closes above that, that's going to give you a confirming signal on a daily basis. That's going to give you a bullish engulfing pattern, which can only happen at the bottom of a move. And that, folks, is a beautiful thing. What did I use as a trigger? Because I didn't know where today's action was going to stop, did I? Absolutely not. I dove down and I took a look at what was going on a 5-minute, on a 30-minute, on a 60-minute chart. But what I was really interested in, and what my clients know, is that Steve-O, he was looking at the 120-minute chart. Where is that on my screen? Here we go. Let's take a look at that 120-minute chart. And that 120-minute chart, folks, what I was looking at was right here, this bullish engulfing that looked like it was starting to create. You can see that was at the 2 p.m. time frame. So we had Santa in the office, and I said, Santa, let me tell you how this works. If we get a close on the euro at above, let's see here, where did that thing open at? That thing opened at 1.29857. I said, Santa, you get me that euro to close above 1.29857, and the Santa Claus rally will be underway. Where did it close at? It closed at 1.29871. Santa delivered. He's going to be delivering for you, folks. If you're short, be careful out there. Why? Because let's go take a look at the other currencies that are out there. The other currencies, look at the Great British Pound. Let's look at that on the daily chart. That was doing the same thing yesterday, the Great British Pound, U.S. dollar. That, unless this thing gets taken apart today, has already formed its bullish engulfing right here. It was making a move of a move yesterday. You know, we'll see what kind of strength gets into this marketplace. But what else do we have going on out there? Well, let's go take a look at the Japanese yen. What's the Japanese yen? Now, this is the U.S. dollar Japanese yen currency pair. Geez, don't pay attention to those volume bars down there. They won't belong. Let's get rid of that. And what do we have coming? You can see the yen was on its way up. This is also making a bearish engulfing, you know, at the top of its move. We've got everything coming together. How about up in Canada? How are they helping out the situation? Well, if we go take a look at the Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar currency pair, you're going to see one of those beautiful .786 Fibonacci retracements. Its work was done as well, and this is one tick away from having been, I believe, a bullish engulfing, but you did get the, let me see here, you had the the Canadian dollar yesterday closed at .9621 when it opened up the session. It opened up .9621. You got to love it, folks. Another bullish engulfing right down there at the bottom. When you realize that it's all about the currencies, folks, and you can trade the general markets based on what's going on in the currency, I can tell you one thing for sure. Ho, 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 because this guy right here, he's on his way. The Santa Claus rally has begun. We'll be right back, folks. 877-927-6648.
Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be at the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Hi folks, Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Don't forget, you can test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
It absolutely is, folks. Welcome back. 877-927-6648. You got the Dow futures up right now about, where is that on my screen? Where'd she go? That Dow future up about 115. AS Mini up about 13. NASDAQ up about 20. It's all about making decisions, folks. You've got to make decisions. I can teach you how to win all the time. That's what understanding the money management principles are. That's what understanding how to use 1%, because I can teach you how to successfully fail. Making decisions. My decision. Let's go to Steve-O in St. Pete. Steve, thanks for calling.
How you doing, Steve?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Okay.
Good.
Hey, I was in a play. I stayed in a play yesterday, TZA, for a little protection because I got in GBG.
Okay.
A little bit earlier. I'm in that at 95. So I was going to ask your opinion on that. That looks like it's kind of going to open up a little bit high.
Okay.
Today. But I'm in this TZA, and this thing obviously moves fast. I got in at around 27.40.
Okay.
But obviously we're down. I'm just trying to look for an out here. Does it look like it may go up to the low of yesterday, which would be about 29.96 or so, I believe?
Well, you're trading right now at about 20. I think the bid on it's about 29.50.
29.51. So, yeah, what I'm thinking is, do you think it's just going to maybe go right up there and then come, and fall back down, or are we just going to keep going and I should just get out ASAP? I would get out of the trade. What you can do is you can put in some type of stop, and just maybe raise it up. I think that when I take a look at the correlation between the currency marketplace and between the currency and the markets, it's almost tick for tick. Yeah. And there's every single currency that's a part of the U.S. dollar is making the proper reversal pattern. So but the market does breathe up and down. You got the first 30 minutes where it's going to establish most likely the high or low during that time period. It has certainly the last 3 days in a row. I call that opening price principle, the opening price range, if you will. And it's so hard to gauge where it's going to, how that first 30 minutes is totally going to play out. But I do believe right now you're on the wrong side of that trade, for the moment. With regard to Great Basin Gold, let's go ahead and pull that up here for you. GBG is the symbol on that, folks. And when you take a look at Great Basin Gold, what you did see and what you want to see on any of these stocks, folks, that are coming in to real low areas, to bottoms, if you will. And what I'm talking about when I'm talking about a trade like, let's say, like GBG, what you can see if you're following my line along the bottom, you'll see that most folks that are in this trade, are in a losing position. And so when you see something like that on a chart, what that's telling you is that, you're going to have some turbulence as this stock moves up. So what you want to do, you first want to wait until you see some type of sign of strength. Why? Because that sign of strength is going to be, some type of house that's taking a fairly large position. You want to follow the money. And that's really what you look for. And a sign of strength is a wide-ranging bar, a gap up will work, and some good volume in it. And what you had with GBG is it did that. On December the 7th, it gapped up with 5.8 million shares off of the bottom candle on November 29th. The low there was 86, high 95. Yesterday, got in and touched that area. You had, on the low, you had 6.2 million shares. Yesterday, you touched that with 4.4 million shares. That gave you everything you needed to do to go ahead and pull the trigger on that one. So I think that's a good trade. All right.
But make sure you've got a stop on that, okay?
Where would you put that stop?
Well, I would say a good place to put that stop would be under the 86 cents. Would be underneath the low from November 29th. But the thing is, and I will tell you that you ask me a question like that, and then what goes through my mind, the hair on the back of my back stands up, if you will, and it does, because you might have the wrong position size. And so, you really, on all these trades, you don't need to risk more than 1%. So just from now on, if you would, just whatever your working capital is, take 1% of that, okay? And let's say you're working with $100,000, and so that would be $1,000. And then divide that $1,000 by whatever your stop is going to be, whatever you're using from your entry to your stop, and then that's how many shares you should buy. And go over on if you're a member of TFNN, on your members page, there's a little button up there on the upper right-hand side, says position sizing webinar. It's a 60-minute webinar. It is well worth your time, my friend, okay?
All right, appreciate it.
Happy holidays, okay? When we come back, folks, we're going to go to Rick and Longwood, take a look at SSO shortly after the markets open. Hope you're having a great day out there. You absolutely should, because Santa is on his way. We'll be right back, folks.
Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Homeowners, did you know a burglar could break into your home and get away in just 5 minutes? A locked door may not be enough to keep a thief out of your home. Think about what you can lose, and then think about this. Now you can get a free security system monitored by ADT, the leader in home security. Pick up your phone now and get free hardware, free medical and fire alert, and free activation. It's an $850 value. Just call Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, at 1-800-949-8207. You'll get 24-hour protection, and there's no cost for parts or activation. So call now about a free security system monitored by ADT. Call 1-800-949-8207. $99 installation charge. 36-month monitoring agreement at $35.99 a month. Call for terms and conditions to this offer and protect your home license numbers. Call now. 1-800-949-8207. That's 1-800-949-8207.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your gold report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to TFNN.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Ho, we're off to the races. You've got the Dow up 120, S&P's up 12, Composite up 22, small caps leading the charge up 9 points, 1.3%, NDX up 0.7%, up 15. And Steve, if you're still on the line on GBG, you said you entered at 95. What I did was went back and used my position size calculator to identify what the average true range on that stock is. It's 9 cents. This is a real easy thing to use, folks. You want to understand when you're trading what your average true range is, and because you want to make sure your stop is placed outside of that. And I use those wonderful Fibonacci numbers. I use 1.618. Right now in this volatile market, it says your stop should be 15 cents below that. So go ahead and stick your stop at 80 cents. But please, by all means, make sure that you have the right position size. You don't want to be over trading. There's no reason. You can make tons of money by just simply trading 1%. By simply trading 1%. Right now, the projected return on my trading system is 74%, folks, over the year. That's using 1%. That's risking 1% on your trading capital. So, look, if we only finish half as good as that, life is good, isn't it? So, anyways, let's go over to Rick in Longwood. Rick, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Well, thanks for taking my call, Steve.
My pleasure.
I'm hoping everybody out there is throwing a little white light to Tom's way to help him get over that bug in his throat or whatever.
Oh, they are, and I've got some good health food stuff for him today. If he's still not feeling good, we're going to get him back up to speed.
Good for you. Good for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've been watching the market in general, and a lot of the we have a little ABC up going on, and so I'm looking at SSO as a possible point.
Yeah.
And I put my Fibonacci retracement thing in. It didn't quite make the 618, but I'm looking at a 2-month daily.
Okay.
But we're into that gap. We're into that gap of late November.
Yes, we are.
And now, of course, we popped up a little bit.
Yes.
And I'm just wondering if it's safe to go long that guy.
I believe that it is. Make sure you use your position size calculator. And I know that we didn't fill the gap. So, the market, the longer term trend on this market is still downward. There's absolutely no question about it. And, so if somebody is calling me and asking me about a short position that they have, what I'm listening for is when they, is where they've entered, whether that's a longer, is it a core position, if you will. And in Steve's case, he had entered it really just yesterday, so I knew that wasn't a core position. And so in this case here, this is nothing more than going in, even though it didn't fill the gap. Right now, what we have to pay so much attention to, because it's right out in front of us, it's just paying attention to the currency trade. And when you take a look at that currency trade, that's why yesterday I knew it didn't matter to me that the gaps weren't filled. It didn't matter to me that we were not at the 0.618 area, because what the markets were showing me was that the currencies were ready to now flip. Why? I don't know. I just know that pattern-wise, and what I saw, the currencies were getting ready to flip, and I know when that happens, then the Santa Claus rally is on its way. So
I've been watching the larger ABC down, which started with the A point in late October.
Yes, absolutely.
And in late November, the B point.
Yes.
And so I watched it. So I'll look for, if we're lucky enough to get enough points to get up about to 47 in SSO.
Oh, I think you'll see the SSO, get to the 47. 47.24, maybe even all the way up to the $49. I wouldn't be surprised to see this try to attack that October 27th. I don't think it will take us out, but I do think we'll be in a trading range here for just a bit.
Okay, if we do make it up that high, then we're challenging the larger ABC down, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we're more into consolidation with regard to all these gaps. Hey, Rick, thanks for giving us a call. Have happy holidays. Steve. You betcha. 877-927-6648. Dow's up 135. We'll be right back, folks.
Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Give the gift of silver this holiday season. TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of the money game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by South American Silver Corporation. For more information, just click the South American Silver Corporation banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. You got the Dow up 119. S&P's up 11. Composite up 21. Small caps still leading the charge, up 1.18%, up 8 points right now. NDX up 15. That's 0.7%. You've got the gold contract trading up 70 cents. Silver up 6 ticks. 6 pennies, if you will. Platinum down $8. We'll go take a look at platinum in a bit. Light sweet crude up 22 cents. And around the world, you got the DAX right now up 89 points. You got the FTSE up 52 points. Oh, in Asia. In the Shanghai, that was down another 49 points. That was down another 2% tomorrow. We'll take a look at that as well. It will be interesting to see how this week plays out for the Shanghai.
The Hang Seng down 328 points, down 1.7% last night. Nikkei down 141 points, 1.6. They'll be up tonight for sure. Santa's not going to leave Asia out and is going to remove some of that coal. I'm not so sure about Europe, but and if you take a look at the DAX here right now, you can see the DAX. When I was filling in for Tom on Monday, Tuesday as well. On Tuesday, I was talking about where the DAX was headed. I came right to that 0.618 area, which was 56.73 and 30 cents. And where did that DAX get to yesterday? 56.75.14. You've got to love these Fibonacci retracement and expansion numbers. And even though it closed at its low because that was 11:30 our time. And as soon as you saw that the currencies were getting ready to reverse their position, folks, you could see that the DAX was going to be moving up. DAX is going to be open for almost another 2 hours. We'll probably see the DAX start closing towards the top of its range, towards its high. And if we take a look at the FTSE out here, let's go pull up the FTSE, see how that is traded. The FTSE has been relatively strong. What you can see on the FTSE is that it never even retraced from its last move up all the way back to the 0.618. That is suggesting a strong move up. Again, I don't think that we're going to take out the October 27th area, but on the FTSE right now, because the FTSE close is trading at 54.18, that could easily get to the bottom of the range, which is going to be the 55.53. It could even get up towards the top of that range, up in there in the 5700 area. So that's got some work to the upside. And if we take a look at the Shanghai here, whoops, let me get this back up on my screen here. The Shanghai is the one you really want to be paying attention to. Why? Because that has, crossed a B point on a weekly basis. Get this system here operating faster. The Shanghai right now is, if we get it closed below 24.3161, that is setting up the A to the B. That's setting up an AB equals CD pattern that has it coming in at the 21.18 area. That would be a Gartley buy pattern. But the way that this thing is trading this week, now it's going to bounce tonight. So what you're looking at on my screen here is a weekly chart. So we've got, obviously, today and tomorrow. Well, they just really have tomorrow's trading session. So when we come in here tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, we'll be able to see how this, but it's still going to break the B point. I do not believe it's going to get above 24.31 with the trading right now at 22.85. So that is confirming an ABC down. What's important about that? Well, folks, these markets are one world markets, if you will. Shanghai, China, if it's doing so well, then why is it confirming an ABC, taking it back down into the March lows, quite frankly, lower than that, into the February lows, if you will, of 2009. So, how do you really put all that perspective together? Folks, look, the reality is we are in the worst bear market that any of us will ever live through, unless we live, probably to be another 130 years or so. And I don't know that's 130 years, but the reason why I say that, it's just simply the charts. It's just simply the patterns that are out there. Each moment that I show up in front of a screen, I show up as a new person. What are the screens telling me? I don't take my opinions. It's just simply what is the screen telling me? Typically, I would take a look at, I would put more weight on volume. Right now, where I take a look at the correlations of the currencies and the markets, my weight is placed on those currency trades. I'm looking for patterns to set up there. What's the pattern that we have inside the New York Stock Exchange? Well, I'll punch that chart up here on the screen. You're going to take a look at the New York Stock Exchange. This is a monthly. This is a monthly chart that I've got up here, and what we can see is we are now inside a new channel. Let me pull this back a little bit so you can see this. This is just simply how the markets trade. Why? Because the markets have patterns just like you and I have patterns. The one pattern I want to help you change, though, is decisions. I want you to be able to go ahead and execute decisions, and from whether it's in trading or it's life, I want you to learn from General Schwarzkopf, that at some point in time, you just simply have to get off the pot. You've got to make a decision. If it's the right decision, then perfect. And if it's the wrong decision, you'll make adjustments along the way. And when you're trading and investing your funds,
folks, there's nothing better, no better feeling than knowing that all you've got on the line might be 1% of your trading capital. You might only have 4 positions out. So, yes, you might have 4% out there, but you can make a ton of money and you can sleep well at night, unless you're, a little under the weather or something, but that has nothing to do with the market. That just has more to do about how you're taking care of yourself, and you can change that decision too. Fridays you can tune in and you can listen to Nico. We all need to listen to Nico a little bit better. He's a picture of health. And so it's just all about decisions, and you want to get in on this money game, and there's so many different ways for you to do it. You can do it with Tom, Basil, Larry, David White, and if you're doing it on your own, please just make sure you understand your trading system. Make sure you understand the expectancy of what your trading system will provide. I keep track, obviously you can tell the little bean counter side in me is making sure that you pay attention to details. And in trading, you want to pay attention to details. You want to understand what's in your ETF. You want to understand what your trading system provides. That's why each of my trades are inside here. Right now, we know exactly. When I put on a trade, I know how to fail successfully. And folks, when you can fail successfully, you're successful 100% of the time. So set yourself up so that you are successful in every endeavor in your life, folks, and you will live a really, really blessed life. Anyways, right now you've got the Dow up 108 points, S&P's up 11, Composite up 18. The Santa Claus rally has begun, folks. We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll look at them stars and we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
As Tom says, go long America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just 1, but 2 exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, The Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses. Keep money in your community and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the fourth quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York Stock Exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes as they teach you the art of mastering money when it comes to your trading and investing. The Money Masters. Next on TFNN.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. And absolutely stay tuned. Tom and I coming up next with the Money Masters. I'll be back for a third hour. Take us into Larry Pesavento doing the Futures Hour today. David White from 3 to 4. Tom will take us home from 4 to 6. You got the Dow up 120 points on the move. You've got Coors. Michael Coors came out with a new IPO today, trading out at $25.07 right now. Federal Express is up $4, up 5%. And what I've got up on my screen here, I want to do a little teaching, if you will, just for a bit here. What I've got up on my screen is the Euro-US dollar currency pair. I've got this on a 5-minute chart. I want to show you the beauty of understanding these Fibonacci expansion, contraction numbers, the ABCs, just simply the normal breathing of the pattern of the markets. And when you consider that the euro, the biggest chunk of the U.S. dollar index, this is about I always forget, about 64, 65% or 67%, something like that of the U.S. dollar index. You really can just pay attention to this currency pair. So first, with regard to overnight action. And overnight action, you know, they tried pushing the euro down, which I expected, even though it had formed the bullish engulfing candle on the 120-minute. Is not unusual for those to be tested. And on the 120-minute chart, it absolutely was tested. It was held. But when we trade our markets, when we have to make our decisions about getting into the SPYs, the Qs, the IWM, the diamonds, or what have you, you've got to make that decision. You know, typically, certainly you prefer to make it by about 4 o'clock or before, but you can trade after hours, but that's a whole different game plan. So you've got to really, let's say you're just trading in between 9:30 and 4, and you've got the futures market going on. Well, you can see when the euro was being pushed down, again, just looking at a 5-minute chart, you can see it from a swing point here. It made a 2.618 expansion. We've got another swing point back here. You've got a 1.272 expansion. If I were up, this would have been a signal knowing that we were coming and we were testing that area to have gone long the euro. The euro then makes an AB leg. So it starts off at the 250 in the afternoon, 250 in the morning this morning, and the low on the euro was 129.561. Makes its first move, its A to its B, which is right up here. When it makes its A to its B, what does it do? It makes a 0.786 retracement of its leg down. So that would be normal, right? Then the breathing pattern is done, and then it starts moving down. When it moves down, it makes about a 60% retracement, if you will. This 1.414, that is also a junior Fibonacci number, if you will. But there is our C point. So fairly strong, right? Less than a 0.618 a retracement. If we draw our A to B here with our formation tool, our A to B equals C to D, what you'll see is on the 5-minute chart right up here at the 130.457, the euro completes that move. What else does it do? It makes an expansion of this swing point, 1.128, close enough to 1.272, because you completed an A to B equals C to D. When you do that, when you complete an A, B equals C to D, what are you going to do, folks? Something different, right? And that something different, it's going to pull back. And what's it do? It makes another A, B, C on the way down. Here's your A point. Here's your B point. Here's your C. I bet you if we go measure it, let's take a look at that here. A to B equals C to D. and it makes about a 1.272 AB equals CD. And what does it do there? Let's blow this up a little bit here, folks, because this was a beautiful place right here. It was a few minutes ago for you to go ahead and get into the market if you hadn't gotten in on the long side, because you did a 1 to 1.272 AB equals CD. You did a 1.618 expansion, a 0.786 retracement. I love it. I think that what Santa did when he left Tom and I yesterday, he stopped and he picked up King Dollar. He picked up Elvis. Tom gave King Dollar over to Elvis, took him up to the North Pole for a bit. You know, he wanted to come down here to visit us in the South Pole, folks. Anyway, stay tuned. Tom and I'll be back in just about 8 minutes. Hope you're having a great morning. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in a few.
Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
The Trader's Edge with your host, Steve Rhodes.
Ho, ho, ho! Good morning, traders, money masters, treasure hunters out there. Welcome. I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, and thanks so much for joining us. The Santa Claus rally is underway. You got the Dow up 54, S&P's up 5, Composite is flat, small caps up 4 points, still leading the charge up 0.5%. NDX is in the red, down $6. That must be Apple is selling off a bit. You got King Dollar down 20 ticks. You got the gold contract down 13, silver off 18 cents. Light sweet crude is off 56 cents, and you got the DAX up. If you go around the world, you got the DAX up 39, FTSE is up 23, and the Santa Claus rally is underway. I hope you got that picture over my left shoulder here, because this is my favorite currency Santa, if you will. This is Santa, and he is counting his King Dollars, if you will. He understands King Dollar. He stopped by the office yesterday. That was after he left Larry Pesavento, and Santa left Larry about 1 o'clock, hopped on his sleigh. He's, if you've watched those commercials, he's driving these nice Mercedes sleighs these days, and he was on his way, came up here to see Tom and I. He had heard for sure that, he knew a couple of things. Number one, he heard that I was a bear, that I was growing hair in the wrong place, and he wanted to make sure that there was no more bearish talk, if you will. He said there was going to be a Santa Claus rally. However, he did say he was having some problem with his money management. He said that, and he fired his money manager yesterday. You know who he hired, folks? You're looking at him. You're looking at him right now. He fired his money manager because his money manager wasn't using stops. He thought his money manager thought the market was just going to go in one direction. These markets don't go in one direction. Even today, we've had breathing patterns with the markets going up, going down, if you will. That is just normal. But I showed Santa, I gave him a challenge. I said, Santa, on the 120-minute chart on the euro US dollar, I said, Santa, if we can get a close, where is my chart here? Let's find that chart. Let's pull it up on the screen. Where we go. Let's just turn this chart here into a 120-minute chart, because, folks, it really is all about the currency. You just need to understand what's going on inside the currency marketplace. That would be great if I could actually find it. There we go. It's right there. It's always right in front of you. You know, folks, sometimes things are right in front of us and we can't see them. Well, if you take a look at this 120-minute chart, you know, Santa left Larry about 1 o'clock, as I said, came down here. We talked for a while, and what I was looking for, I said, Santa, you get that euro to close above, 1.29701 by 2 p.m., and I'll believe that the Santa Claus rally is going to begin, and sure enough, it did. That created that bullish engulfing pattern that we were looking for. Resistance on that, on a bullish engulfing, folks, you only have those at the bottom of a move. They end up being the day before, if you will. It's going to be the low of either the candle before the actual bullish engulfing. In this case here, you're looking at support in the euro being down and out, 1.29449. I know folks are going to talk about the euro being below 130, and whether that's a problem or not. But let me tell you, folks, what the euro has also done on a daily basis, it's done a move of a move. We've got all the currencies that are signaling to us that right now Santa is coming to town. It's time to take off the shorts and go long. And that's what we've done.
So just, and yesterday, no, it was 2 days ago when I did the Money Master show. Maybe you listened to me yesterday, and myself and my clients, we weren't totally short because we do have some long positions, some long stock positions, if you will. And, you can have them both on at the same time. There's different patterns that you trade. And I taught Santa about the Fibonacci retracement and expansions. I showed Santa. You know what I showed Santa, folks? What was so interesting is we had so much in common, because when Santa travels around, do you realize what Santa does is he uses the stars and the planets in order to guide him. He doesn't use any GPS stuff, not at all. What he uses is he uses the same thing that I use. I use a lunar trading strategy. We've got that up here on the screen. I want you to be able to understand the lunar trading strategy. I want you to be able to understand what happens when you're coming into full moons, new moons, first quarter, third quarter, perigee, apogee. Because, folks, why? Because it works. It absolutely puts an advantage, an edge on your side. We went short this market as the market was coming up nicely last Friday into a full moon lunar eclipse. It was beautiful. We got off a trade within probably about 4 cents or so, and went ahead and sold that, covered our short position yesterday as the market was moving down. And I do believe right now that it's all about the currency. It's all about King Dollar. You've got to understand what is inside that basket of currencies, though. So let's go to our first caller. Let's go to Tom in Tampa. Tom, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Hey, Steve. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Good. Doing real good.
Excellent.
Hey, Steve, can we take a look at GLD there?
We can. Give me a second.
Came down pretty good yesterday. I just can't help to think I may get a little bit of a bounce here. I'm not looking to hold it too long.
Yeah. So if we pull up the GLD, folks, that is the, give me 1 second right here. Pull that up. And you got the GLD trading out right now at 152.68. And, you did come down and tested yesterday's low. Yesterday you did come down with 42 million shares. Today in the GLD so far, with the first, hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, 9.9 million shares. So you got 10 million going into 42. I'd have to do the math on that. I don't think that's enough volume today. Is that, let's see. Have you done the math on the volume?
Not yet.
What's 10 million? Somebody out there can take, it won't necessarily work like this, but if we took, I don't have a calculator handy, 10 million divided by 1.5 times 6.5, that would help give us an idea of what kind of volume it is that we've got going out there. And, gold has lower to go at this stage. And do you normally trade the GLD? Is that
I've done pretty good getting in and out of it.
Okay.
I'm not, I haven't really done any much buying and holding with it, but
yeah, I
have jumped in and out of there.
Now, do you look at like 10-minute charts or 30-minute? What would you be looking at? Because right now I will tell you on the GLD, you do, and I just simply have a 10-minute chart up, because if you're talking about a short-term trade and you got a nice little hammer candle that had volume at 10.50, you did 2.3 million shares. The top of that candle, which is the real buy on this, if you were going to do it, and you were going to be trading on this chart, would be somewhere in between, you'd have to do the math on this, you'd have to do somewhere in between 152.43 and 151.71. Take that distance and subtract that from, and divide it by 2, and subtract that from 152.43, and that's where I might go ahead and place a trade, because the hammer should get tested. The top of that, and again, this is on a 10-minute chart, the top of that is 152.54. You're already trading, let's see, in this session here, you've gotten down to 152.40. But, let this thing prove itself. And it's possible that it's doing it right now, because that was a big volume push at 10.50. And,
right.
You could take a look at it and say, if you reject this 152.54 right now in this 10-minute trading session, that would be a rejection. But you got this little inverted hammer as well right up here that happened at 11:10. So, the reason why I asked if it was the GLD, because you've got some large operators going on in there, and you might be better off with a long trade in one of the other maybe triples, if you will. Whether it be the small caps or the S&Ps or the Qs, whatever else it is that you might want to play. Just something to think about.
Okay, yeah, but you guys covered your shorts, I hear, yesterday, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you can't see it because Santa gave me a couple of pills. And it takes a little while because the hair was growing. I was cutting the hair, in my ears, and it just kept growing back, so I knew I needed to stay bearish. And but he gave me a pill to take care of that. He said, my whiskers are going to start growing here pretty quick. He said they're even going to turn white. So we'll see. We'll see if Santa's right about that. But no, I believe that the currency market has given us all the signals that we're going to have a little bit of a rally here. How long it lasts, I'll be watching the currencies to give me a clue. But I can see this thing going into New Year's Eve. Christmas Eve at least.
How you doing, Steve? You got other callers on there?
I'm good. I can take a. What do you want to look at?
Can we take a look at potash there?
Yeah, we can. Yeah. We can. What are you in? Looking to get in?
Chomping on a little bit of it there, being that I'm the kind of your camp too. I got out of my shorts yesterday too. Yesterday about 3 o'clock, and potash doesn't look too bad here. It looks like it might get a little bounce up there.
Yeah, it's the. Let me see here. I had that. Give me a second. See if I've still got that on my screen. It looks like I do. So when you take a look at potash here. We had a caller last hour. We had Rick from British Columbia who was calling about this equity, and you do have a breakout. But what I've got on my screen here is the daily. So let's go ahead and take a look at the weekly, because whenever you're taking a look at something, you want to take a look at at everything. And right now on the weekly, what you're taking a look at here, Tom, is you're looking at this high volume bar. Which is on August the 20th. You did 317 million shares, and you are still inside that wide range bar. Are you watching this on TigerTV?
No.
Okay.
Right now.
So on your charting software,
I usually do. But
that's okay. Hey, look, totally cool. What you want to do is on potash, you want to take a look at that high volume weekly bar that we're in, because potash. If I just take my Fibonacci retracement tool, and we go down from the low on a weekly basis to July 2010, that makes a lot of sense. And we pull it all the way up. Number one, we're trading below the 0.618. The 0.786, 3562 is in play here, and 3562 would complete its work on a daily basis of that August 20th. So I say on potash, watch the weekly chart on that, and when you see that get in that 3562 on light volume, fire away. All right, my friend?
Thanks, Steve.
Okay, have a happy holiday, folks. We'll be right back. 877-927-6648.
As Tom says, go long, America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but 2 exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, the Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses, keep money in your community, and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details. TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakouts gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of the money game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born Learn to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details. This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars and we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Absolutely hope you're having a fabulous day out there. And, stay tuned, because following me in the on-deck circle, we got our man Larry Pesavento. He is going to hit it out of the park with the Futures Hour. Then from 3 to 4, Ken Shreve will be the warm-up band for Tom O'Brien. Tom will take us home from 4 to 6. And, folks, do me a favor. Do yourself a favor and do your friends a favor. If you're sending out a Christmas card, you're going to the Walmart store, wherever, any Hallmark, Walmart, you name the mart that you're going to get some Christmas cards, don't just go with the expression that's inside there. Just write down at least one thing that you recognize in that person that you're sending that card to that you're grateful for. Because when you can do that, folks, you're going to give them a gift far beyond just the mere fact that you sent them a card or maybe even a gift. It's going to be that expression of how you feel about it. It'll start, it's amazing what will happen when people understand just how it'll help them to understand what they should also be grateful for in their life. So do me a favor, do yourself, because you'll help them live a life that'll be more fulfilled, because they understand that others out there recognize what really is within inside them. I recognize that what's within inside you. I know everybody out there listening right now, listening in, that you are an amazing person. I know that you're here because you want, you're ready to play the money game. This is not you want to become a money master, right? Not a money dabbler, not a money tinker, if you will. This is really about mastering money. And when you want to master money, folks, all you've really got to do is you've got to be able to make decisions, which we can teach you how to do that. We can help you with the tactical side. That's the 20% side of trading. But I absolutely want to help you with the 80% side, which is the psychological side. When you're looking for a pattern and you've got to make a decision, I want to teach you how to get off the pot, if you will, because we've been talking about potash a little bit today, and that's what you've got to do. And don't worry if it's the right or it's the wrong decision. You make a decision based on the chart patterns or whatever it is that you find that you follow. For me, there is no more clarity in taking a look at what's going on around the markets other than taking a look at what's going on inside the currency markets. The currency markets are giving us all the signals whether we should be long or whether we should be short. Yeah, I believe the Santa Claus rally is underway. We'll get confirmation of that today. When we see how these currency candles close today, it's going to give us confirmation one way or another. I hope it's not a flip of a coin and a draw, and if it is, that's okay. I can deal with that too. I want to teach you how to be able to, be successful at anything that you do in life. It's really what it's all about, and when it's this time of the year, really go out and recognize the folks that are in your life and tell them why you are grateful for them being in your life and what it is that's good about them that you actually respect in them. It'll help them so much, and you'll be amazed at just simply what it will do. So let's go continue to take a spin around the markets here. If we take a look at what is popping or what's dropping, looks like FedEx. Let's go ahead and pull up the FedEx chart here on the screen. I believe they came out with some type of report this morning that got their stock up and started. Federal Express is, I'm sure, working overtime these days. It's up $4.52, up 5% today. You can see FedEx here. Here's a nice chart. Take a look at this high volume low that it put in on September 20th. Let me make sure my screen here is refreshed. It's not. Give me 1 second to do that, because otherwise looking at this chart won't make a whole lot of sense. So we're going to refresh that chart here. And let's see, okay, so we're good. Now, what's interesting here about FedEx is take a look at this high volume low that it had September 22nd, 2011. Had a low there of 64.55. What's FedEx do? Comes back and tests it, and it tests it on October 4th. Gets down to a low 67, where is that low? 64.07. Closes at 67.86. Does that on 4.3 million shares. So you see, it gets below that high volume low, tests it. That's why I'm warning folks about our October 4th low, because when we take a look at the October 4th low in our marketplace and we take a look at our ETF structure, we've got a high volume low. Now, the work here on FedEx is actually done. Now, what else did FedEx do these 2 days here where I'm showing where it tested that low? It created that nice bullish engulfing candle right there. That gave you the confirmation that it was ready to start making its move up. Its work to the downside was over. And in this case here, FedEx comes up, makes a high on October 27th, does it with 4 million shares. That high gets tested over here during this time frame with 2.7 million shares, 2.1, 2.4. Couldn't bust it up. Today, right now, the type of volume you've got in it, you've got 3.8 million shares. You got it gapping up. What FedEx wants to do, it wants to get up here and test that October 27th area. First, watch for it to test the 82.93. Trade down to 81.88. When we come back, we'll go over to Mac in Orlando. We'll take a look at silver. Santa Claus rally's underway, folks. We'll be right back.
Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com under newsletter. Hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your Gold Report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to TFNN.com today or call 877-518-9190.
Are your cable rates rising? Tired of being pushed around by your provider? It's time to push back. Cut the cable and get Dish Network installed with absolutely no equipment to buy. Here's the best part. Packages start at just $24.99 a month for an entire year. That's right. Call now and get Dish Network installed free. Plus your choice of HBO, Cinemax, or Stars free for 3 months. If you call in right now, Dish Network will also throw in free HD for life. PMG Dish, a Dish Network authorized retailer, is waiting for your call and can have you watching TV as soon as tomorrow. Call 800-565-8010. Imagine all your favorite movies, sports, and shows in crystal clear digital quality for far less money, and you won't have to deal with the cable company anymore. At only $24.99 per month, they're practically giving it away. Call now for full details. Call 800-565-8010. That's 800-565-8010. Again, 800-565-8010. Limited time offer, prices, packages, and programming subject to change without notice. 24-month agreement required. Cancellation fees, auto pay, and paperless billing and other restrictions apply. Call for details.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
This segment is brought to you by Harmony Gold. For more information, just click the Harmony Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. You get the Dow up 82, S&P's up 8, Composite up 5, small caps up 6. Still leading the charge up 0.83%. NDX is just about to turn positive here, down 1 point. Let's go to Mac in Orlando. Mac, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Hey, how you doing, Steve?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Oh, not bad.
Good. Thanks for listening.
How's your handicap these days?
My handicap hasn't changed. That's the problem. I just got the email from the USGA this morning. It showed me what my handicap was, and I'm like, oh, that hurts. It's too low. It's too low. I need strokes.
Well, you've got a handicap that travels well.
No, not at 9.4. It doesn't travel well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The game's improved.
Oh, yeah.
You remember me at Heathrow?
Oh, you bet. Mac, that's Mac. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Oh, that's great. You've been listening for a while?
My brother listens to you every day.
Oh, that's great.
You and Tom, and I've just walked into his office here, and he says, "Hey, let me show you a new program." And so there you were. I saw your little mug there.
Oh, that is so cool. Oh, that's so cool.
Steve.
Oh, that's so cool. Mac and I, folks, we played against each other in member guest golf tournaments for years. 15, 20 years.
I told my brother, I said, he must have a vested interest in sake.
Hey, the folks that listen in know that I am a sake drinker, and now you're proof positive, right?
Yes, sir. I've witnessed a lot of those.
We've had some sake around the club, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Oh, absolutely.
Good times.
How's life treating you?
Oh, not bad. Retired now, and so got a little vested interest in silver.
Okay.
And would like to know your take there.
Yeah.
And an entry point for iShares.
iShares. So you're looking at the SLV?
Yes, SLV.
Okay. Now, are you? So you're not in it right now?
No.
Okay. So
but I do have some coins.
Yeah.
Silver coins and bullion too.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good. And I'm sure you've had those for a couple of years, right?
Well, within the last year, most of it was around $16.
Yeah.
And then we did buy some between 30 and 40.
Okay. So when I take a look at Mac, when I take a look at the SLV trading out right now, it looks like at 28.16. And make sure, yeah. So one of the concerns you've got here is that it's trading. Well, let me pull up the silver contract. It's going to be easier to do that for me. Do you mind if I do that? You're watching us on Tiger TV, right?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. So first is because it's easier to trade that off of the actual silver contract, and I've got the continuous contract up on the screen. So right now, what you're dealing with here is you're dealing with the September 26 high volume bar, if you will, and you're trading inside that. And when you trade inside that, you haven't had a rejection of the high there. Now, the rejection of the high would be silver getting above $30.97. Now, what you actually have done today, let me just get rid of some of the stuff on my screen here so I can better show you. Number one, what silver made an AB equals CD down. And so I'm drawing that on my screen, and it did that. I didn't draw it very well. That's like that right there must have reminded you of some of my putts.
Yeah, well, it does. Most of them went in, though.
Oh, look at that.
Somehow.
So what you're looking at here, so yesterday what it did, it completed an A to B equals C to D at the 28.69 area was where it was projected. It actually got down to 28.53. Mac, would you do me a favor and hold on? When we come back, we'll go dissect and bisect. This is like going home, folks. Anyways, you got the Dow up 77, S&P up 7. You got the composite up 5. We'll be right back. Take a look at silver with our man Mac.
Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Give the gift of silver this holiday season. TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Rand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the fourth quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN. TigerTV.com. This segment is brought to you by South American Silver Corporation. For more information, just click the South American Silver Corporation banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Get the Dow up by 71 points. S&P's up 7, Composite up 5. And I am on the phone with a longtime friend, longtime golfing buddy, if you will, Mac in Orlando. Man, it's so good to hear your voice. And we're looking at silver, folks. So let me dissect this for you. All right. Number one, yesterday it completed an A to B equals CD down, which was the first thing that I drew in there. And so when you usually do an A to B equals CD down, oftentimes you're going to do something different. That means in this case here, since it was moving down, it would give you reason to possibly bounce from here. Then the second thing I'm taking a look at is from high to low, back to the low that in essence was made yesterday. And can you see these little circles that I've got here on the screen?
Yes.
This is just showing time, okay, between the high and the low here. So we've got an equal amount of time. So you've got a nice kind of pattern there, harmonious pattern, much like, your 5 wood, if you will, off of the ground there. Nice smooth swing, darting right there, hitting that green, on probably 14, bouncing right up there next to the cup. All right, so you got that. Then what we also have is the way that we do it, and I know you were in the construction industry, all right? And so in this kind of construction industry of our money, what we use is I use these different rulers, these Fibonacci retracements and expansions. And what you're taking a look here is I just simply am going from the low from the September 26th time frame all the way up to the high here on October 28th. And what we take a look at is a normal area you'd get back to would be the 0.618, which would have been $29.78 on silver, would have been $28.19. Now here's the beautiful thing about that, Mac. This morning in today's trading, silver got down to 28.12. And these rulers, they work really well, better than you and I from a golf, any tool that we ever had from a golfing standpoint. Mm-hmm. And so the work is actually done to the downside for a short period of time on silver, all right? So you guys could take a position here. Now, the question is, where would I expect this to bounce to? Well, where I would expect this to bounce to, and I'll go ahead and pull up the SLV. First, I want to go ahead and give you the trade that you guys could take a look at. And the trade would be, right now you've got the SLV trading out at 28.15. So let's say you went ahead and you entered at 28.15. Your stop on this should be $26.60. So you're giving it a $1.54 stop. Now, the risk, you shouldn't risk any more than 1% of your total trading capital. So, I put in a small amount. I know that this is just change for you, but I put in, if you had trading, I'd have to put in the millions here, but I'm just going to put in 10 grand, and then you multiply it times the number. So if you had, for every 10 grand that you're investing, you would buy 65 shares. Now, the price projection I would have on the SLV is $33. And, we'll go back and we'll take a look at that. But what that's going to do, that's probably the 0.786 or the 618 retracement on a bounce up out of here. And that would be because you'd be participating in the mere fact that we've got a nice little Santa Claus rally that's begun. That would be the dollar getting a little bit weaker. That would push silver up. And so make sure you've got to stop at 26.60. Entry price could be right around now, 28.14. And you're looking to possibly get 3-to-1 on your money.
Ooh.
Does that sound all right?
Sounds great.
And if that doesn't work, then I know I'm giving you a couple extra strokes.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Well, it's great talking to you, Steve.
You bet. Great to hear your voice. Thanks so much for calling. Have a Merry Christmas.
Okay, you too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. That's a great call, folks. You got to love that. You got to love that. So let's continue taking a look around these markets here. So that was on the SLV trade there. That was and it's actually not a bad-looking trade, folks. Not a bad-looking trade at all. And what's so important is to understand, it almost looks like it's a three drive to a bottom, but
it probably isn't exactly, but what you do have, you have that nice harmony, folks, and you want to do this with your charts, and because what you've got is you've got time lining up with price. Take a look at that 0.786 retracement going back here from the low all the way up to the high and giving you a price projection of $29.19. Take a look at how this morning it got down to the low of 28.12. Is that it? It got 28.19. 28.19 was a projection. It got down to 28.12. You got to like that, to be within 7 cents. So you've got time working for you here. You're back down at the 0.786 retracement. That's a nice thing, because if that area fails, that says for sure you're going to go down to the 26.15 area. I think our stop was either just above or just below that. And when we take a look at, from a silver standpoint, where silver would get to, well, let me make sure I was looking at the SLV there. I think that I was. Give me 1 second here to move this chart, because that's a silver contract. I want to make sure that I gave Mac the right SLV exit point when I put in $33. Give me 1 second here to do that. So we're going to go from the top of the swing point right here all the way down to the low that was made today. The 0.786 retracement on this comes in at where is that? Well, it's right at this level here, right around 32, right around $33. Yeah. So I gave you the right trade setup on the SLV. So let's continue going around. Let's take a look. We looked at FedEx. I don't want to go look at Michael Kors, because that's just an IPO. Let's take a look at Chipotle. Chipotle has been under pressure the last several days. I've never eaten there, folks. And but it's been a rocket ship as far as stocks are concerned. You're off $2.78 today, trading out at 105.59 is what it should be trading at. Let me refresh my screen here. 105.61, is that right? Can't be. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh, I wasn't Chipotle. That was CRM. That was Salesforce Innovation. Let's go. Well, as long as we're on Chipotle, let's take a look at it, because, this thing has been trading down. You made this nice butterfly pattern here, and on this butterfly, that's a Gartley pattern, a Gartley buy pattern. And let's just go ahead. These Gartley patterns are so good to know, and the reason is, folks, is because what they will do is they will give you a retracement typically back to either the 618 or 786, and we take a look. This went all the way almost back up to the highs. If we take that retracement ruler, much better than my putter, if you will, and what you can see here is that you had it get all the way back up to that 0.786 area before it gave it up. Did Chipotle give us any kind of a clue? Well, if we take a look at this day here, which was on December 12th when it made its high, it closed out at 340.22. The next day it opens up at 340. Okay, so you don't have a bearish engulfing there. Right now you've got Chipotle pulling back. It's got a couple of open gaps up here. Let's see here. Right now it is retraced back down to almost the 0.618. It looks like it wants to fill this gap right here at the top, which would be right about the 313 area. 877-927-6648. We'll be right back.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit tfnn.com today.
Hi folks, Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever.
Homeowners, did you know a burglar could break into your home and get away in just 5 minutes? A locked door may not be enough to keep a thief out of your home. Think about what you can lose, and then think about this. Now you can get a free security system monitored by ADT, the leader in home security. Pick up your phone now and get free hardware, free medical and fire alert, and free activation. It's an $850 value. Just call Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, at 1-800-949-8207. You'll get 24-hour protection, and there's no cost for parts or activation. So call now about a free security system monitored by ADT. Call 1-800-949-8207. $99 installation charge. 36-month monitoring agreement at $35.99 a month. Call for terms and conditions to this offer and protect your home license numbers. Call now. 1-800-949-8207. That's 1-800-949-8207.
Catch Larry Pesavento, a 40-year veteran trader. He uses pattern recognition, Gartleys, butterflies, ABCs, and Fibonacci in order to trade these markets. The Futures Hour with Larry Pesavento, next on TFNN.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. The Santa Claus rally is underway. Ho, ho, ho. Let's go up to New Hampshire and talk to Bill. Bill, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Hey, morning, Steve. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
All right.
Good, good. Now, you want to talk about the UUP? Are you? How can I help you?
Well, I see it's like an abandoned baby at the top there. Is that? Are you putting emphasis on this setup?
It hasn't been abandoned because you still had to. Today, you got inside the actual bar itself. The low on that was 22.60, and today you've been up to the high of 22.62. So
but it's still significant, though. There's still a significant turn here.
All of the currencies have done their work for the time being, just for the moment. Because in the UUP, one of the things that I'm showing, if we go take a look at the euro, we'll see that it did a move of a move. The dollar did the same thing. Okay. We take a look at the UUP, though, and so that's what we've got up on the screen. On October 4th, we made a high with 9.7 million shares. We were coming up into it on December the 13th. You were coming up with only 7 million shares. You got up above it yesterday on 4.5. Mm-hmm. You closed at 22.62. You closed right at the high, right on there. And what we've done now this morning, obviously we're down below it. We're back inside this range here. And what that says to me is, number one, the first place that the UUP wants to get down to is 22.08. And then the next possible spot would be that 0.618 retracement, the 21.69. But certainly, it should do a bounce down to that 22.08. We'll see what kind of volume we've got. You've got an open gap out here, on the UUP. Now, this thing's got gaps all over the place, so I don't really pay much attention to gaps on this itself. But if we just simply go take a look at the, what's important to really watch
is the pound, the euro, and the Japanese yen. And so what I'm looking for today, what I'd like is a confirmation. Number one, this red line along the bottom here is showing the move of a move coming into a swing point on the euro. That swing point, I believe, was January 10th of 2010. That was the top of it. We rejected that yesterday, so the work is done there. Today, what we're looking for on the euro, when it closes, you'd like to see it close above the 1.29449. No. Give me a second here. Where did it open? 130.344. We're trading below it right now, but it's still early in the session. If we get a close above 130.344, then what you've got is you've got a nice bullish engulfing also at the bottom where you've made a move of a move, and I would put some emphasis on that for sure. On the 120-minute chart, we already have that, and that's where I went ahead and closed our short positions, and my clients and I, we went long. On the pound, in the Japanese yen, what you already have in place right now is a bearish engulfing, as this thing was making a high yesterday. So that suggests that the move is over from a currency standpoint, meaning that the dollar will get weaker. That'll help Mac and his brother on the silver trade. If you take a look at the Canadian dollar did a 0.786 retracement. What it also did is it's also making a bullish engulfing pattern right there. You want to see the Canadian U.S. dollar close above the 95.95 area. So that would be another trade setup. And then you got the pound. Let's go over to the pound here real quickly. Where is my pound? There's my pound U.S. dollar. Pound U.S. dollar yesterday did a move of a move. Okay, so we completed that. Has this little spinning top, if you will. And right now today, it's already, if it closed right here, it would be a bullish engulfing. You're looking for the pound to close above. The open on that is at 1.5477. You're 1.5479 right now. So that's the way I'm looking at it. That's why, Bill, Santa is coming to town with a little rally. All righty? Thanks for calling. Have a great day, folks. Stay tuned. Larry Pesavento's up next. I'll see you 9:06 a.m. sharp tomorrow, folks. Have a great day.
Yeah, it's always better when we're together.